Just figured I'd hop on here. I meant to have a live stream last night, didn't get to it. Life just got too busy. Oh, we all know how that goes. I did get to the range, which was nice. That got to the range, shot some 25-06, shot some 270, and shot the 30 Belton Newton. That 30 Belton Newton is pretty nice. It's got some recoil, but man, that thing's pretty nice to shoot. Just shot some random stuff so I could fire form the brass. So I got that done. I was excited to get that done and go from there. So I'm happy about that. And then 25-06, shot well. I shot, let's see, how many bullets did I shoot? I shot 1, 2, 3. I shot 4 different bullets with a bunch of different powders. Pretty interesting. I got some interesting results. So I'm happy about that. I think the 87 grain Spear TNTs did the best. Hey Michael, how's it going, man? Yeah, so I think the 80s. I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm gonna do a video on it, and I'll have pictures and stuff like that for the results for that 25-06. I did do the 90 grain CX bullet, and hey William, I did do the 90 grain CX bullet, and I got my first load, 5 shots. I got way over, like almost 200 feet faster than I thought I would. So I stopped right there. So I do have some 25 cal bullets I'm gonna have to pull and redo that. But once I'm done with that, I think maybe I'll shoot some more spears and a different powder. But the spears shot pretty well. I think for some reason the rifle is shooting flat base bullets better than boat tail bullets. Couldn't tell you why. I know I had one guy comment. Bed the stock. Yeah, I could bed the stock, but I kind of like the whole purpose of these videos and the article I'm gonna be writing is kind of what you get for basically a budget rifle and the results you're gonna get without doing tons of modification. Only thing I've done to that rifle, I put a lighter spring in it so the trigger's a little better, $12, and I put a cheek piece on it so I have a consistent cheek weld, and I think with scope and rifle it's 300 or 528 bucks into the rifle, and so in my opinion that is a budget rifle, hunting rifle, and really the factory ammo doesn't shoot terrible. It's 1.5 inches basically. Almost all the factory ammo I shoot out of it shoot about 1.5 inches with a 5-shot group, and most people shoot 3 shots, and so if you shoot a 3-shot group it's going to. Oh, hey Harvey, man. Oh, dude, thanks. Yeah, I need your address so I can ship you some 35 whale and brass. Hey Jamie. So basically shooting 30. If you're shooting 3-shot groups, you're even gonna be happy with the rifle because the rifle probably shoots 1 inch or better with a lot of 3-shot groups. And so if you're a 3-shot group guy, the rifle probably performs just as you would expect. But so really, there's nothing wrong with it. The barrel is free floated. The stock's not touching it under force. But I did get some good groups. I think I want to try the 110 ELDXs with a different powder. I tried it with the Hybrid V 100, I think is what it is, from Hodgdon. I did okay, but I wasn't too pleased with that bullet. Should shoot better. And then like I said, that 90 grain CX bullet, because I don't really. Yeah, PRC stuff is pretty easy. That cartridge is inherently, like they call stuff inherently accurate. That's designed. It's a pretty accurate cartridge. Also, I mean, what barrel do you have on it? What rifle? That does make a big difference. I mean, Savage Axis is literally, I think it is the cheapest bolt action rifle you can buy. So, getting the results I'm getting, I'm not. What's going on, Last Andy? Getting the results I'm getting, I'm not disappointed at all. I'm getting basically what I expected. Back to the 90 grain Hornady 90 grain CX monolithic bullets. I got way too much pressure on my first load, so I'm gonna have to back that down, and I will go back out and do some testing probably tomorrow with that. And so I'll probably test some Sierra bullets and the ELDX at the same time I do it. But I got good results. I'm pretty amazed how well IMR 4031 does. The standard deviations I get out of that thing is pretty impressive. And also, so I kind of went out of the box a little bit for 25-06. This is not a very common powder for 25-06, but this is what I used with the Spear TNT grade TNT bullets, the 87 grade. They shot amazing. Now the standard deviation and extreme spreads, not so much. I mean, it is a ball powder, but they shot well. I mean, for a coyote or varmint cartridge, it'd be just fine. So, anyways, so that's kind of what's going on. Got to a beautiful day out. I got to mow the lawn a little bit, but I think I'm going to. Oh, I also shot shot 3 rifles. I was there for 6.5 hours basically, and I shot the 25-06. I shot 270. 270 shot lights out. That rifle is just a tack driver with that Hart barrel on it. That shot really well. 10 shots, right at basically an inch, which take that all day long, right? With a 130 grain nozzler, 130 grain nozzler ballistic tip. So I'm very happy with those results. And then the 30 belt Newton, I basically just put a random charge weight and I literally had 15 random. I think it was 15. Let me count real quick. Oh, sorry. I had 17 random bullets lying around. They were all 180 grain. And so I randomly just put a charge weight in just so I could fire form some of the brass. So that's 338 brass for the 30 belt Newton. But that gun's actually pretty nice to shoot. The trigger's not terrible on it. It does got a decent amount of recoil. I think I need to replace the recoil pad on it though. Got a video for your Yeah, I'm going to be doing a video on it. Yep, I'll have a video. I've already, Henry, I've already done a little bit of 270. Hey, Tactical Flood. I've already done a video on a little bit of 270, so you can go back and watch those videos. But I will have a video, and this is me reconfirming the load, and it shot really well. I'm not going to have a video on the 30 belt Newton just because it was random. The first 5 shots were me just getting the scope on target and kind of zeroing it right. And got that done, and then I was just shooting. But I need to get a different butt pad on it because that butt pad is old, probably from the 50s. It's old and crusty and dried out. It's a rubber butt pad. And so either I'll get a new butt pad or I'll get a limb saver that slides over it and do that. But the rifle is really nice, really fun to shoot, actually. I was pretty surprised. I am kind of excited to see what kind of results I'm going to get out of that thing. And because I should be able to load like a 220 grain ELDX and push it pretty far. Yeah, the Newton is a pretty nice rifle, actually. I got quite a few. Well, Jamie, it was not cheap either. So I basically paid for the wood on that rifle more than anything. But it does have a Hart barrel. It's a really nice barrel on there. But I got a ton of compliments at the range today. They had a 22 LR match today, which just sucks because I like to be at the range on Sunday, but sometimes they have that, and then the bay's not closed where I'm shooting, but there's just tons of people running in and out, noise and stuff like that. But I had a ton of people stop and talk to me about that, and they really liked the rifle, which is always nice. And then a ton of people asking me about my Garmin boxes. So that's nice. Hopefully maybe I made a few sales on that. That would be nice. Help pay for some bullets powder and primers and bullets that I just spent today. But that's all good. It's part of the fun. And so we'll see. I gave him a couple of my business cards. So we'll see what comes out of that. So that's kind of exciting. But that Garmin's so nice. It's funny, since, I don't know, the last 3 weeks I've been at the range, I've seen nothing but Garmin chronographs. I haven't seen a magneto speed, I haven't seen a lab radar, and nothing shooting through. So Garmin knew what they were doing when they did that, and they hit it out of the park. They did a good job. And also, it's actually also just a very, very nice, just a nice unit too. So, like I said, I loaded up some of the 90 grain. These guys here. So there's no load data out there for these. So yeah, 90 grain. So there's no load data out for these guys. So I tried finding just going off the GMX load data, that didn't work. My first 5 were really hot. I don't know if we can get this, but look at that primer crater there, and then an extractor mark there. That's bad. That's bad pressure signs there. And I was like 200 feet faster. I think it was like 3468, so it was just not good. So I stopped right there. I'm gonna have to pull about 20 bullets for that, which isn't a big deal. I'll get that done, and then I'll probably gonna start almost 4 grains lower and then work my way up. Because I got high hopes for these 90 grain CXs. They're a neat bull. They don't have a whole high BC, but they would be great for a blacktail or a smaller whitetail and stuff like that. So I got to pull some of these. The powder I did use, I used I think it was IMR 4831, and which is, I got great velocity out of it. The standard deviation and extreme spread was really good. It was just way too hot. I mean, they were cooking. So I'm gonna be pulling these. Let's see, what did Jamie says, I scored a box of Federal Large Rifle match primers yesterday. Old lady was not happy. Let's see here. For some reason that's cut off. Happy, but better to ask for forgiveness than permission. Yeah, I'm in with you on that boat. I don't know if you noticed 2 Dillon presses in here. And then, yeah, the old lady goes, oh, where'd those come from? Oh, yeah, they just showed up. They just showed up, right? Yeah, so have you considered bearing surface length? Yeah, so the bullet is, you're talking about comparing the CX to the, I'm not sure why that comment just got deleted, but you're talking about, Henry, you're talking about comparing the CX to the GMX or whatever that is, that they're basically almost identical, actually. It's pretty dang near identical, and I actually did have someone at Hornady told me I can use that data, but I can't. So, and I'm never gonna give you guys that data because I don't want you guys blowing up your gun either. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna seat actually the bullet a little bit deeper, because I don't know if I'm just getting kind of pressure spike because of, well, I mean, like, it's not even close to the lands by any means too. So like, there's that, but they also, these bullets, they do have length to O-drive. Yeah, I have. So they also have the relief band cuts in them, which are nice. But the bullet, I mean, you're like right there. So you're seated right where you want to be, but they were hot. They were hot. So I don't know if I'll just use a different powder and then go down from there, or I may call Hornady and ask them if they've got any load data for 25-06. We'll see. I don't know. I'll get a hold of Seth. I got Seth's email, so I can always email him. Remington sent me some 10 mil and a hat, so that was pretty cool. So thankful to Remington. But yeah, so what else? 270 shot good. 25, the Spear TNT shot really well. Yeah, so how's everybody's day? What everybody got going on? I'm basically going to work on, I've got to deprime all this brass, and then I want to get into my tumbler so I can start cleaning. Then I gotta go mow the lawn, and then once they're done tumbling, I'll get them in my dryer and then mow the front yard. So I gotta I'll mow the back first. It'll take me about 3 hours, and then I'll do the front. It'll take me about an hour. And I'll get them cleaning and then drying, and then I'll be back out here. Hey, R, how's it going, man? Then I'll be back out here to load some stuff up. These, like I said, I want to tomorrow night to try and get, I want to get out tomorrow night and maybe try to do some of this, some more. So, yeah. Oh, no worries, dude. Sorry, I caught the tail end of it. Was at the range. But yeah, so let's see. What else is there to talk about? I had a lot of people comment. On you know, betting the action or going with different powders and stuff like that. I don't have a whole lot of expectation for this Savage. Basically, in my opinion, anything that shoots under an inch and a half is probably pretty good for this rifle. I mean, that you kind of get what you pay for, right? I mean, I could go get a custom barrel and probably get that thing to shoot a hell of a lot better. Or I could run the Tikka or the Remington that I got for 25-06 and compare them. But I am going to do a video and get out and shoot either the Tikka or the Remington. Probably the Remington. I have a lot of rounds on the Tikka. I kind of don't want to wear that barrel out. And so I'll probably do the Remington and just see how it does with that factory ammo. It's a lot nicer rifle, and from my experience, it actually shoots almost anything you put through it. But that Savage does like to shoot basically anything that's lighter. And so far, the light bullets have shot the best out of it. And it is a 1 in 10 twist, so it should have no problem stabilizing. But so, yeah. So what's everybody up to? Anybody got any questions? Anything like that? Just figure I'd hop on and do some stuff, do some live while I go through some brass prep here and stuff. I do need to see, I don't know if I have a 25 cal bullet puller. I don't really want to use my kinetic bullet puller, but how's everybody's weather? It's crazy nice here where I'm at. It's like 58 and it's like perfect. I got myself a cappuccino. No, I mean, really, for a $300 rifle, I don't believe they have any accuracy guarantee. Even if they do, it's gonna be for a 3-shot group, which I don't hold. I don't really. I don't believe in shooting 3-shot group, but. So, I mean, so Henry, the 25-06 should shoot basically an 80 grain bullet to a 100 grain bullet, the 1 in 10 twist, no problem. The other thing is it's a $300 rifle. I don't have a whole lot of expectation out of it, right? Cold and windy in North Carolina, that's a bummer. What will the bullet comparator do? My friend was told for his Savage Access was based off a federal gold match. Yeah, there is no federal gold match for this caliper. And so you're saying what they test the rifle with is what you're saying. And like I have 2 other Savages. They're not Axes, but they're 116s. And they shoot amazing. So I'm not digging on Savage at all. I like them. I mean, that's why I bought them. Yeah, it should handle 120. That's why I bought the rifle. The whole purpose of this was to test it. I'm writing an article on a budget rifle, and basically anything under $600 with an optic, in my opinion, is a budget rifle. And I bought it for my son to hunt deer and coyotes with, and that's basically the purpose of the rifle. Okay, let's see. Why do you prefer 5-shot groups over 3-shot groups? Well, I prefer 5-shot groups because you're getting more data. I would much rather do 10-shot groups, but that's just not realistic in this time. I did 10-shot group though, that 270, and it shot amazing. I want more data results, and 3 will tell you if you have a bad group, for sure. But 5 will also tell you if you have a bad group as well. But it'll also tell you if you have a better group. Because usually what's going to happen, your first 3 shots are usually going to group pretty well. And then after that, it's where they might open up. And that's kind of what I've seen in the future. I mean, so basically what I do is I shoot my first shot, and I have a timer set for, it depends on the rifle and the barrel, minimum a minute up to 3 minutes of wait between shots. So the barrel is really not getting hot enough to affect whip and anything like that. I'll shoot one cold bore shot, and then I'll go into my group testing. And I'll shoot one shot. And so for the Savage Axis, I put 2.5 minute timer on, and then I shoot my second shot, and then 2.5 minute timer my third shot. That's why I was at the range for 6.5 hours today. And then after 5 shots, I'll put the rifle aside, let it cool for 10 minutes. Let it cool for 10 minutes, and I pick up another rifle and shoot that. And so that's how I deal with that. So another reason 5 shots is I want more data when it comes to velocity, standard deviation, and extreme spread. I want that data. And so that's the main reason behind 5 shots. I mean, some people do 3 shots, no problem. I did 3 shots on the beginning of that 270 stuff because the guy was limited. It's for everybody. He's limited on what he had for bullets and primers. And so we did that. That's why. Sorry for the probably long and over explained. There ain't, if you do 3 shots, you do 3 shots. That's totally fine. Let's see here. Savage for the friendly bolt features. I like Savage because I can change a barrel real easy. If you got a barrel, an action device, and the barrel nut just switches out real easy. That's the main reason I like Savage. So when that Savage Axis turns from an 1.5 group, or say I'm shooting those TNTs at, an 1 3/4 inch group, or quarter, 1/2 inch group, and it opens up to 1 inch and 1.5 inches with that group, then I'll take that barrel off and put a different barrel on, and I can change the caliper. Maybe I want a 270 on there, or I want a 30-06 or something like that. So that's the main reason I like Savage. That actually, so I have a 300 short mag and a 300 Win mag in those in a Savage, and so that is nice because then I can just switch it out right there. And those barrels like to burn out pretty quick. So anyways, Jamie, did I answer your question? Why I prefer 5 over 3? I would prefer to do 10 shots, but that's just not realistic in these times. If I could do 10 shots, then I would. The other thing is when I have decided on a group, so let's see here. Where do I got targeting over here? Let's see here. So this is factory stuff, okay. But say I hand loaded. Okay, I did. Okay, cool. Hopefully that sounds reasonable and you guys understand what I'm saying. So say I hand loaded this. These were all different charge weights, right? But this is actually factory stuff out of the 25-06. But say I hand loaded all this, and I liked this group. I got good velocity, I got good standard deviation, and I got a good spread. So say standard deviation was in single digits, my extreme spread was double digits, which is fine. And one second, I got distracted by that comment. I'll read it in a second. And I liked it, right? I will then go and load 20 to 25 rounds, and I will go shoot 5-shot groups and confirm. And then I take the overall average, and then I know what to expect if I'm out shooting steel, if I'm out shooting groundhogs, if I'm out shooting a deer. I know what it is. Let's say that right now, let's say this average is 3/4, but I go out and confirm, and I average, let's just say a 0.9 inch group. I know what to dial my scope to, or I know how accurate my rifle is, and I know what it's capable of. So that's my reasoning behind it. So once I find a group I like, there's lots more I do. You guys don't always see my back. You guys see me? We're good? It never fails. Someone calls me. I had a phone call all day, and then I get on here and I get yeah. So sorry about that, guys. Okay, Alaskan Andy. I like using Nosler 115 ballistic tip with IMR 4350. I did shoot IMR 115 today, and they did pretty well. Tomorrow, I'm going to be shooting them with IMR 4350. So, Andy, I think we'll probably agree. I think those 115s are those Nosler bullets are pretty nice actually. So we'll see. I think they should probably shoot well. So we'll load them up and see how they do. So yeah, where else? I kind of lost my train of thought between people calling me, having to ignore. I got distracted. Oh yeah, how I go after my load development. Does that make sense to everybody? That I know I go through a lot of extra stuff. You guys don't see it because I don't know if you guys are interested in it. I don't mind doing videos on confirming groups and stuff like that. I just never know what people are interested in and what they want to see. So I love these little ammo pouches. They're so nice. Let's see here. There's 25-06, 270. Can you guys hear me? Give me a thumbs up in the chat. I want to make sure you guys can hear me and I didn't disappear. Because we were at 15 people and we went down to 11. I want to make sure that there's nothing wrong with the audio. And I am using Nosler brass on all of my load development here. And it is head stamp 25-06, so I didn't convert any brass or anything like that. Let's see here. Hey Shane, how's it going? Hey, can you hear me, Shane? I had my stream went pause for a minute. I want to make sure people can hear me. Nobody's. Oh, there we go. Let's see, Henry. Yes, okay, Shane, you can hear me. Yeah, your voice is clear. Okay, cool. All right. Which mandrel expander do you recommend? Ordered Redding S-type dies. Not sure if I. Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna use a bushing die, you don't need to use an expander mandrel. I don't use bushing dies. I use the expander mandrel on everything. So, and do you? Oh wait, I think I've talked to you about this. You use a flame annealer, right? You don't use an induction yet. I believe that's who I was talking to about this. So, I full length size everything, and then I use an expander mandrel. 21st Century is a really good expander mandrel. Sinclair, L.E. Wilson is a really good one. I have all three of those. What I use probably most is 21st Century. The L.E. because they have carbide ones, so I don't have to worry about lubing the neck, which makes it nice. Which size dies? What do you mean which size dies? I'm not sure I understand that. Are you talking about for bushing? I don't use bushing on anything, so I really couldn't tell you, to be honest with you. If that's what you're asking. And if you guys are not annealing, you guys should be annealing for sure. Ooh, someone just left me feedback on my Etsy store. Sizing die manufacturer. Okay. Well, I love Hornady stuff, but you guys saw my last stream. I stuck a case in a Hornady die, which I have actually never done. It's always been, I've always stuck them in Redding or RCBS. Redding probably makes the best die, and then maybe Forrester. But I mean, then you're talking, you know, over $100 for dies. But you can't go wrong with an RCBS or Hornady die. Just maybe look inside of it, make sure it's polished, and if it's not, contact Hornady or RCBS. But then again, like I said, I've stuck more stuff with Redding die, which are the most expensive dies I own. So, and then utilizing a mandrel. So you're gonna need to buy a 21st Century mandrel die, which is like this. So they make it's got like it's anodized and got a let's see here. This one does, oh there we go. It does have a cutout window. So they make a Magnum version and a non-Magnum version for this, and then all it does is you can get different bushings, but all it is you take this, it drops right down in there, and then just run it up in there. It's that easy. I really like them. It's how I can control neck tension the easiest. Yeah, and so I mean, if you don't want to spend, you know, $1,500 on an induction annealer, you could get the EP annealer, which is, I have that right sitting right there for like, I think it's like $200 or $250. Works really well, and you just turn the light off, and then right as it gets to the glow red, you know, you're good, and then you just go to town. Now, you will, if you're running two different types of brass, you need to change your settings every time. That is the one thing that stinks. I mean, with the amp annealer, you just stick it down in there and it learns it, so you have to figure out which lot it is, which is really nice. But it's $1,500, I think, plus shipping. So, you know, that's a good chunk of change. So, so you can see these are annealed. I anneal after every firing. Helps with your brass life, helps with your neck tension. There's just benefits, and it is one more step, but it's a step that, in my opinion, is needed if you want to do any type of precision shooting. And then you can definitely get spring back on your neck if you're not annealing too. Because brass likes to spring back. So. Yeah. So it went really well today. Besides those 90 grain CXs, got a lot of testing done. I will figure out what I'm going to do with that, and then I'm going to probably load up tonight. So I'll load up some more CXs. I'll load those up tonight, and then I will probably load. I'm going to load probably 115s up, and then some spears. I haven't decided which ones. I'm not sure I understand that. Ever consider after annealing more than one resizing? I anneal after every firing. So if I go, let's say I get some factory brass, brand new brass. I don't anneal at the end because it hasn't been work hardened. I go through, size my brass, shoot my ammo. First thing I do is I come back, I deprime with a universal depriming tool. And I then clean, and then I anneal, I size, I trim if I need to, chamfer and deburr, prime, and then go to town. If you have to change bump or die like you did yesterday, I'm not. Oh, you mean like what sizing die I'm using? No, it's the same process for everything. Run your RAM up, go down, and then once your RAM is down, I have a tick mark on my die for another quarter turn. I go from there, and then I check it with a headspace comparator, and I'm usually almost dead on 2,000ths. And then I go from there. But like I said, I'm not sure, 100% sure I'm understanding your question, but that's how I do it. Hopefully I answered it. Once you've annealed, you've annealed. You don't have to anneal again until you fired it. Because sizing the brass is not what's hurting it. You fire, and then you need to anneal it again. You can size it over and over and over again. You're not going to hurt it. You're going to hurt it if you fire it and not anneal it, basically. Does that make sense, Henry? You guys like my hat holder here? Oh no. Moving brass changes the molecular. I'm not sure who just texted me that. It does, but you've already annealed it. If you sit there and anneal, if you sit there and move it again, you haven't done anything to it. You haven't changed the hardness of it. How you changing the hardness of it is changing the temperature. I have no clue who just texted me that. I didn't see a name. But anyways, I don't need to. I'm not trying. Oh, it's okay. Hard. Okay. So I get what you're saying. There is no need to anneal again if you haven't fired it. There's zero need for that. I mean, other people can chime in here, but yeah. What am I loading tonight? So I'll be loading more 25-06. I got to rethink the 90 grain CX bullet. I'm gonna be loading 20 rounds of the 270 stuff for my buddy, so he can go and have that for deer season. I confirm that stuff shoots well. That's the, I think, 130 grain Nosler ballistic tip. And then I'm gonna be loading, I haven't decided on which other spear bullet I'm gonna load for 25-06. I have 3 options, and then I'm going to load a 115 nozzle ballistic tips. I shot some of those today in 1 powder. I'm gonna try them in IMR 4350, or was it H4350? I don't know. Whatever someone said here, IMR 4350. That's actually one of my favorite powders for this. It kind of hurts you in the velocity, but once you get to heavier, it starts working pretty well. And it's been really accurate, and the numbers have been fantastic with it. I love IMR 4350. Stuff's amazing. It's just crazy expensive. Thankfully, I got 2 8-pound jugs, so I'm good for now. But Henry, does that make sense? What we were just talking about? And Nicholas, does that answer your question? All right. So that is all I got all the 25-06 stuff deprimed. Yeah, so that's all deprimed. Now I can deprime the 270 stuff. Let's see here what I want to do with this. Put this in here. I tell you what, guys, Dillon presses are pretty nice. These ammo pouches are so sweet. You can hold a lot of them in here too. So like for instance, this is now my 3rd firing on this Federal brass for 270. And I'm going to decap it, clean it, and resize it. That's what I'll do. And I'm seriously contemplating getting myself a 270 to play around with. I kind of like it. Who makes the pouch? It is Coltac. They're not cheap, but they're really nice. I mean, I guess like anything that's really nice usually ain't cheap. But I mean, like, I 3D print ammo boxes for myself and sell those, and they're $20. That's like $90. I mean, I know it's handcrafted, right? I understand that. I mean, it's like, they're really nice. I mean, they're sewed on a sewing machine. They're done by hand, by an actual person. It's not done by a machine. I mean, they're using a sewing machine, but it's not just a machine operating, right? So I guess that's nice. And it's supporting a U.S. company, so there's that. You guys been seeing large primers around? I'm seeing small pistol and small rifle everywhere. Thinking about picking up some small pistol, so I'm gonna plan to load a bunch of 40 here coming up. I need to pick up some 40 cal bullets, but gonna be doing that soon too. 458 SOCOM, gonna be hitting that hard here in a few days once I get this 25-06 article done, because I gotta try to get the 25-06, 458 SOCOM article done, and so that's gonna be fun. So I think I posted a picture of picking up some more bullets and some factory ammo, and so I'm waiting on some Fort Scott Munitions 458 SOCOM. So excited for that, and then gonna be doing a bunch of 8.6 Blackout soon. Shane, all I see is the gimmicks. Yeah, I haven't used those. I probably won't, to be honest with you, until I find out more about it. Yeah, Harvey, I write for 3 magazines. So, so the 3 magazines I write for are, I would show you, but last time I showed you, I got taken off. They striked me for a live. So I write for Varmint Magazine. So Wolf Publishing is the publishing company, but I write for Varmint Magazine, Handloader Magazine, and I write for Rifleman's Journal. So Rifleman's Journal is what this 25-06 stuff will be going into. That's what I write for. Jamie, the box I got yesterday was the first I've seen in store in 2 years. Also got some large pistol. Both are very rare around where I am. Had to drive 2 hours. Oh, dang, dude. That sucks. So Henry, hopefully I answered your question. Shane, I have 200 of them, and you, let's see here. Why is that blocking that? And I've used 5 of them. You've got 2,000 large rifle primers, and you've used 5. That's funny. I used to shoot a ton of small rifle. So I used to shoot a ton of AR platform stuff, but now I've kind of gotten more over into bolt gun stuff because I just really love it. I mean, I like AR platform stuff too. That's what the 458 SOCOM is going to be in. That's I just love the. Speaking of 458 SOCOM, I thought I had one here. Oh, I do. Yeah. 458 SOCOM, little short and stubby guy. This thing's so much fun to shoot, especially suppressed. And then, don't I have? Let's see here. There's an 8.6 Blackout right there. I'm gonna be doing a bunch of stuff on 8.6 Blackout too. So. Let's see, Shane, I just tried them, and they were firing 30-30. Okay, right on. 30-30 is a fun cartridge, for sure. 30-30 subs is a lot of fun. I call them mouse farts. I think I did a video on those. That's really fun. So. All right. I think I got all my brass deprimed. Time to dump my primers into my my old liquor. Let's see here. I think I'm working on a Pendleton bottle right now. Filled up the Maker's Mark a while ago, but I'll probably have that full a month or so. That's how much shooting I do. So, let's see, what else is there? 10 mil coming soon too. Like I said, though, 458 SOCOM is probably going to take over once I get this. I do need to do a little bit more 22 Creedmoor. My 22 Creedmoor article comes out on the 5th of next month. But I do want to start doing a little more 22 Creedmoor. I want to start doing some pistol stuff. I got a lot of pistol stuff to do. What else is there? I mean, 30-06 stuff coming soon. There's going to be a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff coming. What all do you guys want to see? See here, I need to see if I can find. Let me see if I have a 25 cal bullet puller. 1 minute here, I need to look. Where you at? So this is my favorite method, the Hornady bullet puller here. Let's see if I got one. I'm pretty sure 264 and that are the same. That's. I'm not sure I have one. Let's see here. Which means I'll just have to order one. 14, what the heck is this one for? So I got 308 and 312. Powder Valley has them. Yeah, what do they want for them? And then 7mm 243. I'm not sure what this one is. Let's see. What did I do? Oh, that's way too small. Okay, that must be. Oh, that's for 204. That's right. Okay, well, I guess I need to order. Dang it, I guess I'll be using my kinetic puller. So I guess I need to order a 25 cal. I'm not shooting anything 6.5, so I have no need for a. I've had no need for a bullet puller for that. Let's see here. There's number 2. I'm pretty sure that is for. Yeah, number 2 is for. I wonder if I can get away with a 243 one. I've got one of those. Kind of curious now. Problem is when you buy primers offline, they just get you in the shorts for. They really nail you on shipping and hazmat, and then the other theft tax. So. Oh yeah, yeah. Exactly. 210 or 110. Either way, you're. I mean, like, shoot, I was buying. I mean, we all know. This should work. I might try this. I mean, thankfully, I bought. I don't know, 15 years ago. I bought a ton of primers, and then when Sleepy Joe got elected, 110. Yeah, that sounds right. Let's see here. You want to see 30-06 against 300 Win Mag? Okay, I mean the 300 Win Mag's a lot faster, about 200 to 300 feet per second faster. Except I mean, like, it obviously depends on your barrel length, right? I have that 27-inch barrel 30-06 where I'm pushing a 185 grain just as fast as a 300 Win Mag, but that's because the barrel was crazy long. Do you guys like seeing stuff against each other? I don't know how. I mean, there's a lot of people that do that, and I don't know how practical it is because everybody's hunting situation is different. 6.8 Western? Yeah, you guys must be watching somebody I know. My opinion, 7 PRC is better. So is the 7 Rem Mag. 6.8 Western is a 270 short mag. That's all it is. And I mean, actually, the 270 short mag is faster. And so 6.8 Western is a cool round though, but I feel like for some reason, and I don't know why this is, there's a certain person I know that's hating on the. Oh, you meant both calibers. Well, I do ton of. Yes, Yes, Austin, Reloading Weatherby. Yeah, you got it, Nicholas. I love to see his real world experience and that stuff. So okay, so Shane, you just mean both that stuff. I have a ton of stuff on 30-06, so you can go through and look through 30-06. I am going to be doing a bunch of stuff on 300 Win Mag. Yeah, so my experience with the 7 PRC is completely different than Reloading Weatherby's. I play for which, Henry? For the 30-06, I have both factory and custom stuff. The 300 Win Mag's all factory barrels. I have a Ruger American Go Wild, and then I have a Savage 116 all stainless 300 Win Mag. Yeah, my experience with 7PRC is completely different than Mr. Reloading Weatherbees. I have shot it in a Ruger American Go Wild edition, and I'm only getting 20 to 30 feet slower than published velocity. And that's all going to depend. What people keep forgetting is they're using what powder. They have like 3 different powders they use. And so it's just kind of a, not an estimate, but a guess. The other thing is a 7PRC, when you hand load it, you can get some stupid good velocity out of it. Just like, but same with the 7 Rem Mag. The 6.8 Western is a cool cartridge. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think I prefer the 270 because 270 short mag, you can actually, well, I don't know, they're both kind of hard to get brass. And actually the 7 mil short mag is pretty sweet too. But it just depends. I mean, that's the thing is like, I don't do a whole lot of cartridge comparison stuff because everybody's hunting's different, right? So I mean, like if you take, oh sweet, that worked, and I didn't hurt the bullet. So if you take Mr. Reloading Weatherbees hunting and you take my hunting, they're completely different. Styles are different. Everything's different. But the other thing is I think so. He went like antelope hunting. I think it was 257 Weatherby, and unfortunately he missed at 300 yards or whatever. But I believe that was because his 3-shot groups. Personally, not enough data. But I don't think it's because he's a bad shot. I think it's because he didn't have enough data. So, but that's me. I'm not trying to hate on anybody or anything like that. Sweet. Pulled the bullet. It worked. So we're gonna dump this back in the IMR wherever that powder can went. Where'd you go? Does that make sense, guys, what I'm saying? Let me know if it doesn't. It's 270, 110, 90 grain. So this should be this one here, which I'm not sure what I did with a powder. What did I do with my powder? Let's see here. Let's dump it in here and maybe just toss this powder. Sweet. But Henry, to answer your question, I play with both factory and custom barrels, mainly factory stuff, because it's kind of hard to. I mean, like that 270 though is hard. That's a custom barrel. What the heck did I do with my powder? So, yeah. Oh, let's see. There's that there. You know, I'm just gonna toss it. I don't feel like dumping it back in the can, unfortunately. Loading tray. But that's back to my why I shoot 5-shot groups and then go on from there to shoot 25. So you're talking a data of 30 shots, and that's kind of what if I'm gonna go hunt something, that's what I use. I go ahead and use a 30-shot data for my hunting because I don't want to miss an animal, or if I do, I don't want to hurt the animal and let it get away. So we'll go with the blue one. Check it. 53 grains. Hopefully that all makes sense to you guys. Boy, no one's commented in a while. Hopefully I haven't pissed too many people off. Alright, that's there. So right now, I'm just going through and pulling these. I'm just using my 243 collet, and it's working. It's not hurting it, so. So, 50, 53, yep, dead on. Nicholas, hopefully I'll be able to get out and test some 117s, Bulltail soft point with N165. Oh, nice, right on. That's a good bullet too. I mean, that's a great deer bullet. Rained all week and had swamp at my range. Oh, that's a bummer, man. It's raining hard, huh? Boy, it's crazy here in Washington. You'd think that's where that would be. But no, it's been pretty nice. Actually, we did have some rain Saturday. We had some rain yesterday. But I was in here all day. Didn't even notice it. So, yeah. So it's gonna, like I said, I'm pulling these. I used IMR 4831, and they were way too hot. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull them. Come up with, hey dude, what's going on? Mr. Alabama Reloader in the house, one and only. How you doing? How you doing, Wes? Just talking some 25-06. Got to the range, shot some 25-06. Got out there and I was shooting the. It's one of the things I was shooting was the 90 grain CX, and they were way too hot, like by almost. I think I was saying like 200 feet per second hot. So I'm gonna back it down. I have no load data for it, so I went off of what the 90 grain GMX load data was, and it was way too sensitive. Love the bullet, just can't get it to group, bless. Nicholas, what rifle are you shooting in? Also, you could probably play with seating depth a little bit there and maybe get to shoot better. The powder also might have something to do with it. I mean, that's really good powder, but yeah, if you go to load these, call me. I can maybe give you a little info on them. They ended up being yeah, scary hot. I think, well, I don't remember what I did with the brass, but the primers were pretty clear too, and it's a pretty good extractor marks on. Oh no, I don't remember them. Oh, I punched all the primers out. Anyways, well, there it's back in there. So going through, pulling 15 of these, and then I'm gonna load up a bunch more tonight. Hopefully get to the range tomorrow if the weather's not terrible. I think it's supposed to rain, but... Oh, you picked up 90 grain GMXs? Oh, then you'll be good. Just go off of whatever the already has for the load data. Hotchkins also has load data for that too. I also... I ran IMR 4831, and it was cooking hot. And I was low. I was low 2 grains on what Hotchkins... or Hornady said for their data for that. So, but you should be good for the GMXs. That's a really good bullet too. What are you up to, Wes? Doing any loading? When's your next video? You got me jonesing. I've got you on the bell. I know it's surprising. I didn't really think there was that much data difference between the two, but apparently there is. They like almost look. I too. If like I don't know where I got my. I have some around somewhere, but they almost look identical. Nicholas Remington 700 BDL stainless steel. I have used IMR 43, IMR 4031 with no success. Vidavorti N5. Oh yeah. And yeah, that powder is hard to get. Really, you didn't have any success with 4831. Interesting. That bullet though, to be honest with you, isn't that accurate. I mean, I've had results trying to get it. I think I have some of those, and I'll be honest with you, I just didn't even try in this rifle because the way the rifle was currently shooting, I just didn't think. I just was like, nah, I'll pass. Do you have any Reloader 22? That might shoot well. You could try that. Man, I'm surprised IMR 4831 didn't work. That to me is surprising. I think the most. That IMR 4831 just seems to work well in pretty much everything this cartridge style, like basically based off of a 30-06. Some flat base bullets? Yeah, you might want to. So what's interesting is right, I did those flat base bullets, those spears, and they've shot the best. And also, I think the other flat base bullet I shot the best out of this rifle. So for some reason, the boat tails are not shooting real great in the Savage. So that is what it is. Didn't work for me. Oh, that's a bummer, man. Reloader 22 is a pretty good. Works pretty good in 30-06. 280 Remington. 187 grain spears. I think what they were. It's not a deer round. It's more of like a coyote slash. So I'm kind of doing some coyote and varmint style for this. Yeah. So these right here, 87 grains. These shot really well. I do have 1 minute. I'm gonna go grab them. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna test. Ah, shoot. So these two 100 grain varminters, these are also flat base. So I'm gonna try these out too, and see if just for some reason the rifle just likes to shoot flat base bullets better than boat tail. Which, I mean, a lot of flat base bullets are really accurate. They're just don't have a real great BC because they don't have the boat. Like, for instance, these not GMX, but the CX bullets, these are flat base. It's one of the reasons I want to load them up and see how they do. Okay, so that's done. Okay, so I think Spear, I believe, has the 120 grain. So you must be using it for whitetail, where you're at, Nicholas. Whitetail, huh? Mr. Alabama Reloader, what are you up to today? You in the garage working? Or are you out doing family stuff? Let's see. This one should be 52.5. And I don't know why I didn't. Midway had some 120 grain spears, Cal, not too long ago. Yeah, I think they do. I should have bought some as well myself because they're pretty cheap. Don't shoot past 300 yards game, so flat base would be perfect. Yeah, whitetail and hogs. Yeah, dude, man, I would try those. So let's see here. I think I can pull up my computer. Let me finish pulling these, and I'll pull up on my computer real quick. And I need more bullets, like I need a hole in my head, but maybe I'll buy myself some and spend more money that I don't need to spend. But maybe. Nice, we got 17 people in here, right on. Today was family day. Yeah, my Sundays are usually family day too. But I went there early actually. They've been running all day. Oh man, yeah, those days wear you out. Yeah, Nicholas, you and me both. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, dude, that's not bad for 550. Dude, okay. I may go buy spear bullets and some N550. Oh, if you guys ever see N32, is it N32C? May have to look. I can't remember. It's either N32 or N32C or N30C. It's pistol powder. Free shipping today? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go on Midway and check. Be awesome if you guys can let me know. I'm looking for that powder for doing some 8.6 blackout stuff. And then also thinking about doing, I've got a lot of 1680 powder for 8.6 blackout. So I'm going to be doing a lot of that soon too. Sweet, I got all these pulled. Man, all these are dead on too. Not a bad price for it. No, it's not. I mean, if you're paying 50 to 60 bucks for Vitavorti powder, that's doable. I mean, I'd rather pay that than what some of the other powders are going for. Personally. Sweet. There's 15 I don't have to prep. That's nice. Oh, I was gonna look at. So if I pull up 25 aught 90 grain GMXs with IMR 4831. Their max charge is 53.6. I didn't even go that high. I think I started like 51.5, which I should have been around like 2,900 to 3,000 feet per second. I was getting like 34.21. So way too fast on that CX. So I don't know if it's a typo in here or what, but you can go off of, there you go. You can go off of that stuff right there. I'm also going to check I went on Hodgdon website and they had like almost 2.5 grains lower. So I feel like maybe, but that was also for the GMX bullet. So I don't know. But if you guys see, I guess if you guys see load data for CX bullet, let me know from Hornady. I might not use the IMR 4831. I might use something else. Might try some H4831. I think I got some of that back there. I do. Then you guys used H4831 on. Yeah, wow. Wow's right. I was like, oh my goodness, thank goodness my gun didn't go anywhere. She was cooking. Yeah. She was moving. That's the first. I haven't had something like that happen in I mean, it's been probably 10 years, 15 years since I had something like that where like I had such higher velocity like that. I'm usually super paranoid about it, but like the bullets are almost so similar that I mean like they're pretty dang near close. And then I also had someone from there tell me IMR 4831. Yeah. No, have you guys used H4831 for 25-06? That's what you'll be using for the GMX. You'll be using H4831 or IMR 4831. Wes? And then 760. Okay. Okay, now I get to go through and dump all this powder back into here. thinking about trying out. I have a pound of H4831. Oh, you don't have a 25-06 yet? Okay, gotcha. Fun cartridge. I H4830. Ooh, okay. Huh. What bolt are you gonna be using it? You're gonna be using it for the GMX. I think maybe that'd be cool. So I think I'm gonna use it for the CX bolt. That could be cool to compare our notes and see how it goes. Other thing, I can't remember, what rifle are you shooting that in? I don't think I was there on your live when you talked about that. I stopped in your live, but I think we were talking about bullets or something. I don't remember what rifle. Oh, I can't remember who told me, and if they're in the chat, that... Oh, see, I'll read your comment in 1 second. I can't remember who told me, but I've started using just steel wool, not steel wool, but Scotch-Brite in my wet tumbler instead of stainless steel pins. It's been amazing. Thank you if you're in the chat, if you guys told me that. So much easier than the pins. And worrying if it's going to go down my barrel because I missed a pin in there. Oh, it's a Ruger M77 Hawkeye. That should shoot well. One thing, I'm sure you already know this, Wes, but pay attention to the action screws on that Ruger. Sometimes that's important torque. Otherwise, your rifle may not shoot. Is it free floated yet or no? What's up, Chris? How you doing, man? Let's see here. Robbie's reloading room. Because of you, I started a small reloading channel myself. Don't have the confidence or skill you have to do a live instructional video. It's not really instructional. It's just more of kind of what I do. But one day at a time. Practice makes perfect. Yeah, for sure, man. Well, everybody takes their first step. I mean, shoot, I'm at like 5 years having a YouTube channel. I'm at like 300 videos. It takes time. Some people's their channels just take off very well, and some people take slow. I'm just a slow one, I guess. But it's been growing, and I appreciate all you guys that come in here and say hi and talk and comment on my. Commenting on my videos is huge. Hitting the like button on my videos is huge. I've been trying to post more real stuff. That seems to be gaining a lot of traction for stuff. So, all right, that's all done. Oh, thanks, dude. I appreciate it. I never know, who's gonna like it and who's gonna not like it. I kind of just film it and do it kind of like a vlog, video vlog, and kind of how what I would watch, right? I mean, everybody likes different stuff, so. No, it's not, and it's not mine. So I'll check torque, but torque be messing with the rifle. I'll check torque, but won't be messing with the rifle. Okay. Yeah, actually, to be honest with you, the Ruger M77 that I have, it's not free floated. It's 35 Win. It's not free floated. It shoots really well, but check the torque. My buddy's 243. We were out shooting it, and it was just like 8-9 inch groups shooting, and it really hadn't been shot a whole lot. And the last time he shot it shot really well. And I went and checked action screw torque, and it was only off because I did breakaway torque on it, and it was only off by like 6 pounds. But went through torque. I mean, it was just so I think they say 30. I think it's 35 inch pounds. And it was like 29 inch pounds. I went to 35 on both front and rear. I can't remember the front. I think it's at an angle, so the front might be a little bit different. I can't remember exactly, but either way, it was off by 6 or 7 inch pounds in the front, and torque that. It shoots like 3/4 inch groups like on everything. It's pretty I've never had something so fussy on torque when it comes to action screws, but for some reason those are. All right, let's see here. Let's look. Okay. Go ahead and turn this. If I can lower my seat. My daughter was in here playing. It's fun to just post what you're up to in a reloading community is super helpful here on. Yeah, it is, Wes. I kind of like to just post what I like doing, and if people will take interest in that, I'm happy. And I had one guy comment or message me and tell me I said I'm too much, and it was really off-putting. I just said I guess you don't need to watch. So I'm a pretty polite guy. I've only had to, I think I've only had to ban 3 people from chatting, or not chatting, but posting stuff on my channel. Like I said, again. See, now I'm self-aware of it. But yeah, I just like I enjoy this, so I just do it, and it's nice if I can get a little bit of money from the YouTubes, you know, take from that huge market. But all right, let's see here. That's good to know. I've heard they can be finicky. Yeah, he also has a 338 Win Mag M77, but I think it's the Mark II edition, and that shoots amazing. It recoils like a cannon, but it shoots amazing. And before we even did anything with it, we made sure the action screws are torqued, and it shoots really good. Wesley, did you see my reel on that 30 Belton Newton? I went and shot that today. That thing is fun. Um, 30 Belton Newton's fun. It was just, I just loaded up 17 random stuff. I had a bunch of random 180 grain bullets. And I just went to kind of like a bottom of the charge weight, went out and shot it and sighted the thing in. It's fun. It kicks, so I'm going to replace the recoil pad on it, or potentially just put a limb saver on the back end of it. But only three, you are doing something right. I have over 300 blocked now. Yeah, Chris, I I believe it. And what's funny is, Chris, the two of the guys I never had any problem with until I started doing 221 fireball stuff. And man, two of those guys just got really weird on me, telling me I didn't know what I was doing unless I was messing with seating depth and how I'm a kid. And like, he obviously doesn't know how old I actually am. I know I look like I'm 21, but I'm way older than that. And so, but age really shouldn't have nothing to do with it. But it's just funny. People are entertaining. Oh yeah, dude, it's just a reel, something special, but it shows how nice that wood is because the sun's kind of hitting the rifle. It shows how nice the rifle is. But I'm excited to start. I'm going to be working on doing some 30 Belton Newton while I'm working on the 458 SOCOM, because kind of like I talked about, I usually bring 2 or 3 rifles to the range because how I do my load development, how I wait like a minute to 2.5 minutes in between shot, and then I shoot 5 shots and I let the gun cool for 10 minutes. So I usually I'll do that. I've got 2 other rifles I'll be shooting along with it. So I'm going to be shooting that 30 Belton Newton and playing with that. I'm thinking I might try some like 220 grain ELDXs out of that thing and see how it does. I'm pretty excited about that. But yeah, Nicholas, I'm not sure. But anyways, so yeah, otherwise, yeah, 3 people I guess ain't that bad. Also, Chris, I try to answer every comment, but every now and then I just ignore. Some people like to talk. There's nothing wrong. There ain't nothing wrong with that. But yeah. So, what else? Wesley, what other bullet? Or I can't remember. What other bullet are you loading in the 25-06? Guys, if you're not following Mr. Alabama Reloader and Chris from the 740, go follow both of those guys. Those guys are good. Good channels to follow. Really good guys too. I met Chris for the first time at SHOT Show this year. Really, really nice guy. Met him and his son. So, but yeah, so I shot. Oh, I guess I could deprime these. Oh no, we were gonna look on Midway, weren't we? We'll look here in a minute. So it basically took one of the viewers here, guys, sent me some 338 Win Mag brass because I didn't have any, and I annealed it and then necked it down to do 30 cal and went out and shot. And so that's what the 30 Belton Newton is, or otherwise known as the 30 3.8. Let's see here. I'll answer. For the most part, the people who watch your chats are the best and most loyal subscribers. I love the people who come by. Yeah, that is true. That is true, Chris. It's pretty funny how I usually, like, if I go live, within the first 3 minutes, I usually have the same 3 people in. So it's pretty cool. I know they got that bell notification on. It's pretty humbling, actually. Okay, we're going to go to Midway real quick. Let's look at Midway. Midway, USA. Although Midway is kind of usually, like, kind of expensive, but sometimes they have really good selection of stuff. Let's look up 25 cal bullets. Okay, so Speer. Okay, there we go. There's Spears right there, right in the. It's like my laptop somehow knew I was looking for Speer. Ooh, burgers. Oh, those are 133, so I can't shoot those. Let's see here. I'm not sure Speer has a flat base bullet. Let's sort it by Speer. Okay, let's see here. So Spear's got a 120 grain. Spritzer boat tail. That's 100 grain, 87 grain, 100 grain boat tail. 100 grain. That's the hot core. 87. They got the Grand Slam 120, which is a really good bullet. Although Mr. Alabama Reloader had a bullet failure, I think, with one of those. But I've had good luck with those. Those aren't in stock, though. That is a 35 cal bullet. That is a 338 bullet. So yeah, so it looks like the only flat base bullet would be the Grand Slam, but they do have the 120 grain Spritzer boat tail. That might be an interesting. Mid-South has free shipping until tonight. Okay, Mid-South, they're really good too. I may check them out. I thought somebody said that Midway might have free shipping. All right, on, dude. Sweet. I will. Hey, the Varmint, the Varmint magazine comes out, I think, March 5th. And the 22 Creedmoor will be on the cover. So that'll be my first cover for an article. So I'm super stoked about that. Let's see here. Oh, right on, Chris. I know, I'm sure they appreciate it. Yeah, if you guys aren't subbed to them, go sub to them. Sub to Chris. Really good guy. What were we just talking about? Was it Mid-South Shooter? Let's see what Mid-South Shooter. Oh yeah, thanks, man. I mean that's why I'm at SHOT. I'm at SHOT for the magazine, not really for my channel. I mean, it benefits a little bit for the channel, but I'm mainly there because of the magazine. Mid. Because I think, Chris, when we saw each other, I was with my editor, right? If I remember right, Chris? Mid-South Shooting Supply. Website. Mid-South's always got blem bullets on sale too, and they're actually usually a pretty good deal. Oh, thanks, Chris. Yeah, you're a super cool guy too, man. Next year we'll actually have to do something. I know you were really busy, and I got the range day. I would have loved to see you or have dinner on range day, but I promised the wife that we could go to dinner, so I had to do that. You know how it is. I'd love to see Mr. Alabama Reloader at SHOT Show. All right, let's see here. Did someone say that they had rifle bullets? Did they have Speer, the Grand Slams in stock? Let's see, 257 diameter. Boy, this is much nicer than doing this on my phone. Let's see here. Speer. $100 grain. 87 grain, 100 grain, 100 grain, 100 grain, 120. That's the boat tail. Oh, out of stock. Darn it. They don't have any 120s in stock. But that's fine. I wonder if Natchez does. Oh, you don't need to take me out to dinner. I mean, we can go to dinner. Yeah, Alabama. Yeah, Wes, you need to come to SHOT Show. You need to come to SHOT Show and hang out with me and Jeremiah, editor of the magazine. Bring your wife. Your wife can meet my wife, and then that way they have someone to hang out with. That's actually kind of nice. But yeah, dude, it's super chill. The contacts that you make at SHOT Show are invaluable. It's one of the reasons I'm able to shoot as much as I am here on the channel, because a lot of it crosses over into the magazine. Because this stuff gets, I mean, like you guys know, this stuff gets expensive. I mean, if you guys notice, I'm shooting a lot more Hornady stuff. It's because Hornady is very generous. Will send me some stuff sometimes, which I greatly appreciate. I think a lot of this is just, you know, it's a community that helps support each other. Like, I've had a couple guys now send me some bullets and brass. That's been amazing. There's another guy on here. It's gonna be sending me some 35 cal bullets and stuff like that. So I mean, it's just, it's a great community for sure. So yeah, so far I didn't see any. I don't see any 120 grains anywhere. I may have to. I don't think I have any in my stash, but I know a lot of people, if they're gonna use 25-06, they're probably going to use it for probably, you know, deer, mule deer, not mule deer, but deer and pronghorn. Like, I mean, a 90 grain bullet's gonna work on a pronghorn, but. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, Wes. Actually, to be honest with you, Chris would, since I don't apply through like my YouTube channel, Chris might be the guy to know. You should add him on Instagram and you can message him. But Chris will know how to get into SHOT through doing it through YouTube. I get in from the magazine. So, although I did notice I mean, Chris, I don't know if you can back me up on this or what, but I felt like there was way more media, like YouTube style people there than there was the year before. But I don't know if that's just because of COVID or what. But I was going to go to the NRA show, but I don't have time. I'm so swamped with work and just everything else in life. So. Chris, do you have the new Garmin yet or no? Are you gonna, or a bigger question, I guess probably the better question is, are you gonna get the Garmin chronograph? There we go. To prime these 338 Win Mag brass. Yeah, a lot of YouTubers. Yes, there was. Okay, well, let me know if you get the Garmin. I'll send you something for it. The heck did I do with my die? I feel like I'm losing my mind sometimes. Oh, there it is. I covered it up. That Garmin's amazing, especially if you're like pistol stuff or like pistol. It works really good with pistol stuff. I used it today, actually, shooting some 40 cal. Yeah, and like believe all the reviews. It's amazing. It might be the best technology we've gotten for reloading, or you know, that kind of thing in a long time. I've yet to miss a shot with it. And with the other ones, I've definitely missed. I gotta head up, man. You too, man. I'll talk to you later, man. Have a good one. Hey, if you got any questions on 25-06, shoot me a text. I'll probably call it after I get done priming this. I just realized we've been going for an hour and a half. I didn't even realize it. It's pretty crazy. I gotta go out and mow my yard so I don't get in trouble. You gotta start getting this brass cleaning though too. So, man, this has been steady. We've had a, you know, averaging 10 people in here, which is really good for me. I don't do a whole lot of lives, so that's really appreciate you guys. Appreciate all you guys stopping in, talking, hanging out. Appreciate it. Sundays are probably better, I guess, days to do this than Friday afternoon or evening, or I guess I don't know. Kind of just a random thing for me. Chris, he has a scheduled live stream every week. When is it, Chris? Put it in the comments so people will know when to come in and watch your live. Chris usually has like a panel on and everything, and they talk about all kinds of stuff. Shoot, I think cooking and listening right on. I think Chris, I met you off of Instagram, correct? I don't even think I met you on YouTube. And then we got you on Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Okay. Bi-weekly now. Okay. All right, right on. I think we got you on I can't remember the dude's name now. But we got you on that on a live stream. You did like an interview thing. And then but your channel is just taking off because dude, you do a lot of great like content. A lot of good pistol content I really like. And not only that, but your editing's really good. Mine's kind of just like, here it is. I guess I could probably improve on that. But I'm more into like the raw scene of it, I guess. But yeah. Appreciate everybody hitting that like button, watching, following, commenting. I'm all done. All done depriming those. I need to get, yeah, let's see, Chris. We met on Instagram and, oh, Echo's Reloading Champ. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I miss him too. I think he's had some health stuff go on and he's living in, I think, Tennessee now, and him and his wife got divorced, or I can't remember what exactly happened. But, yeah, that's right. But, yeah, I mean, your channel, I think when I met you and you're on Instagram, I think your channel was, what, like 400 people or something like that. So it's been awesome to watch your channel just grow and blow up. That's been pretty cool. So anyways, all right guys, I think I'm gonna end it there. If I don't get out and go mow my grass, I probably will be sleeping on the couch, and I really like my bed, so I'm gonna get out and mow the backyard and get some brass cleaning in the tumbler, and then take it out and dry it, and that way I can be able to reload tonight. I don't think I probably won't go live just so I can pay attention. I don't mind doing brass prep and everything like that live, but I don't want to do powder charges and stuff like that. I don't want to make a mistake. So anyways, all right guys, I'm gonna take off. Yeah, Chris, have a great week too. I will stay tuned for your videos. Later, Wayne. Later, Shane. Appreciate it, everybody. If you guys find any good deals on powder or bullets, email me at questfortheperfectload@gmail.com. Or if there's anything you guys got questions on, feel free. All right, take it easy, guys.